Back with Brian and JJ Radio, we have Miss Amy Kolb, and she's here with some guy named Rick, and they were with our colleagues at Keller City View. I want to say thanks for finally coming on the show and hanging out with us.
Absolutely.
So I heard a rumor that you've been in the industry since the year of our Lord 1996.
Yes, a long time, a very long time.
Wow, I don't know how that's possible, but you've been with Keller Williams for about seven years. Talk about your journey, like what got you into real estate to begin with, and more importantly, what's kept you in it?
What's kept me in it?
Yeah.
Oh, just the love of all the drama.
Yeah, I know,
all the
right?
drama. In '96, we lived out near Natural Bridge Caverns,
Okay.
and we built a house out there. Well, guess what? Nobody came to visit us.
Oh,
So
That was the boonies.
Oh, yeah.
That was the boonies.
Yeah, it was. There's nothing out there.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I really think it's time to, we need to move. I don't want to stay here.
Right.
So I called a realtor, and he was actually on the radio. And I called him, and he was like, I'm so sorry I haven't called you back. I lost my receptionist. And I was like, well, I'm looking for a job because I just decided I didn't want to be a stay-at-home mom anymore.
Sure.
And so he's like, come on in. And so I got hired and worked for him for about 6 years and said, gosh, I think I'm doing real estate, but I don't have my license.
Right.
So I got my license.
I love it. And at the time, Rick was not in real estate.
Oh, no, he was working for HEB.
Oh, okay. So you're at HEB. She's stay-at-home mom. She gets into the game, and then 6 years into it, are you still with that? You were still with that agent, or did you split off on your own?
No, I split off on my own. I worked for him for about 6 years, and then I went on my own for a couple of months, and then I ended up I freaked out because I was all by myself because
Yeah.
I was on a team.
Right.
Then I went to another heavy hitter here in San Antonio, and she was at Phyllis Browning, and then I hung out there for about 10 years
Okay.
as a buyer's agent.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So you've seen, and we'll get to you, Rick, later on. Doesn't matter. So you've seen a couple of yeah, right. You've seen a couple of shifts. Then I mean, there's a lot of agents that I talk to now that they weren't even here in 2008 when we were doing business. But you've seen a couple of. You've seen the early 2000s. There was a dip. And then 2008, there was a huge dip. And then so you've kind of seen the roller coaster go up and down.
I remember, what year was it where everybody was getting loans?
Oh, that was 2005?
2005?
2005, I think I sold 53 buyers that year.
Nice.
And I
with a
remember
pulse.
being in the car and going, what's their names? What's their names? And I would always write their name at the top of the page because I'd have like 3 different buyers in the car in one day.
Because anyone that can fog up a mirror at that time
Was buying.
That was buying. those were the fun times when I got in. That was awesome. Okay, so now, Rick, how did she get you away from
Edward Butt.
Edward Butt's organization?
Basically, she was at a point where she needed to hire someone to help her because she just came home one day and said, I'm spent. I need help. And going through the process of trying to find somebody who can emulate her, somebody who would have the same care and the same customer expectation.
An extension of me.
Yeah, just somebody who was an extension of her
Right.
seamlessly. And so we talked, we tried to interview a few people, and it's just like, wait, whoa, what about me?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
who knows you? I mean, we've been married 30 years this year, so
Congratulations.
who knows you better or what your expectation is.
Sure.
And so we probably should have done it about 10 years ago.
Right.
But there was a comfort level for me having the steady income and her riding the roller coaster of real estate.
Right.
And so about 5 years ago, she said, hey, okay, well, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Jump off the ship together. So
I like it. So right now, is it just you two, or is it? And
It's
you guys
just us two.
we have a transaction coordinator.
Right. But you have someone that dots all the I's and crosses all the T's. But for the most part, it's
us.
It's just the husband and wife.
And Amy is just Amy's the face of the business. She's the business.
Thank God.
And, totally. Yeah. I mean,
You
it's
teed that
kind
up
of like
nicely.
kind of like Brian, his
Yeah.
wife. It's like, oh, you're Brian's wife.
Yeah. Exactly.
But for
My
me,
better half.
it was just the wind beneath her wings is really what I wanted my role to be, and just kind of help her, be there when she can't be there, and just kind of fill in the gaps.
Sure. And so, talk about a little bit about the customer service. Like, I know you guys. I've heard that you go like beyond the call of duty when it comes to clients. Like, what do you feel kind of separates you guys from some of the other? What is there? 12,000 agents now that are in that have their license.
11,000 plus agents.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is when we talk about going above and beyond, it's really doing things that we learned this thing at church. It's the golden rule. It's like treat people like you want to be treated. And so you would think that would be common in the real estate
Yeah.
industry, and it's sad that it's not.
Right.
But I think we really take that to a whole new level. We really do whatever we can to make sure that things that, like I think the other day, Amy picked up a client's luggage and stored it at her house, and then her husband flew in, stored some luggage until their house closed.
And then they wanted us to keep their car, receive their vehicle. And we said, sure.
So,
we did have a driveway we could put it in, but, those little things go far.
No, that is huge.
Yeah, because all their timeline changed, and so everything was arriving sooner, and then they needed, their the day their house was closing, and everything was arriving at different times.
Always
and so
chaos.
we said, hey,
And we loaded up all that luggage and drove their BMW over to their new house.
Oh, wow.
When they got to town.
Now you guys own a BMW because you fell in love with it. No, I'm just kidding.
So quick takeaway, like how are you guys using technology to help?
Oh,
people
Rick's
sell?
all technology.
Okay.
I'm like, click, 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 click. It's
Gotcha.
not fast enough.
Gotcha.
So
that's the
thank
only
goodness.
reason I have a job is because I
Job
I know
security.
how to clean out our cache and make the computer work the way it's supposed to.
Yeah.
The biggest thing for us on technology is about 5 years ago, Amy said, hey, we got to be cutting edge, we got to be on top of things, and so we bought a camera. It's a Matterport. It allows us to do 3D,
Right.
and it basically scans the house. For those in Radio Land, it scans the house so I can hold the house in my hand virtually, and if you had VR goggles, you could see it virtually.
Wow.
And what that really does is you could have someone preview a house ahead of time. We create a floor plan, a scaled floor plan for
Right.
that. So when we're listing someone's house, the client has a floor plan, they have a 3D, and then we know for sure of 2 specific homes that people never physically came in the house
And bought our
it because of
listings.
the virtual tour.
Wow.
So so then it's an international type of view then at that point because
Actually,
you don't
yeah.
have to be physically there.
The client was from Italy. So they were military people moving in from Italy. They saw it online and fell in love with it.
It's game changing.
Love it.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
for international presence and one of the coolest husband and wife teams on earth,
Aw.
check out their website, which is no Rick, by the way, amykolb.net. Again, that's amykolb, KOLB.net, or call or text them at 210-860-0668.